Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to That's That Podcast here on YouTube. Happy Halloween. Let me get some light on this. This is being filmed at night. So, it's being filmed in man. So, I want to do one real quick on just Halloween memories. I I don't remember my first Halloween. I was born in July, so my first Halloween, I wasn't even a year old yet. What I've been told is my parents dressed me up as a ghost or a pumpkin and took me to see like relatives. And one of my older cousins, who I don't get along with now, but we got along great when I was little. He was a huge Kiss fan and started painting my face up with like one of the Kiss guys. I think he said it was Paul, but I don't remember. And my mom flipped out like, "Oh, it'd been great." Picture of that. But then I grew up in an area, rural area, so you went around house to house trick or treating. It was the houses were spread out enough that if you're a little kid, like your dad had a truck, so all your buddies jumped in the back of your dad's truck. He'd drive to like this road, park there. You'd walk up and down the road, get candy, go to the next road. Then when you got older, you went with like your buddies and their older brothers and sisters. So like once you're about 12, 10, 12, you're going out trick or treating with no adults, and we'd leave like as soon as it got dark, which was like 6:30, and we were not back till 9 or 10. And I'm talking about you didn't, you know, everybody's talking about the McDonald's boo buckets are back. We don't want those buckets. You can put shit in them. They're small. They're big around. We carried pillowcases, and just went around all the neighborhood stuff. Well, a couple of Halloween. Trying to think of some Halloweens that stood out. Now, one of them I was probably uh, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, probably closer 7 or 8 because I was like in second or third grade. Got home a little bit early that year from trick or treating. I like got home at like 8, and Dad's like, "Ooh, we're going to a horror movie. It's a horror movie on right now." And Elvira was on, and she was airing a colorized version of Living Dead, which I'd never seen before the original. I fell in love with this movie. I was 8 to 10, and Dad and my bedtime was normally 9, but he let me stay up for that. And then at 10, House on Haunted Hill came on, hosted by Elvira, so I got to watch that and recorded both, which ended up becoming like the next year I was a zombie for like the next 3 years. Like I fell in love with that movie. It's one of the first movies I remember actually wanting to buy on VHS. Loved it. And it's the only time I saw Elvira as a kid. Like that. Because I remember the next Halloween it was me and two buddies of mine, Robert and Brad. And Robert was, I don't know what the hell this guy was. Brad was like a G.I. Joe or something. I was a zombie. We were running around, like Dad drives house, go get candy. We came back to my house, had a big party, all this shit. But then, as I got older, now I get junior high level. Bunch of kids my age in the area, but I always looked older. I mean, you can see I got the beard here. I always looked older than I was. So by the time I was about 12, 13, they said, "Oh, you're too old. Wouldn't give us candy." So what we started doing was we'd plan out costumes where we'd have 2 or 3 costumes. Like the first costume, full face mask. Can't see your face. Second costume, partial. Third, none. And what you do is, where I lived, there's like 3 big circles. Like there was a main road, and like roads looped, it's like circled off of it, came back to it, or circled off of it. So our thing was you go out full face masks and hit all the houses. And you always brought buddies, little brothers and sisters with you. That way you wouldn't be giving candy. They give it to them because they're younger and you get candy off them. And you make a note, okay, this house did good shit, this house did bad shit. Hey, good candy, had bad candy. So you come back, partial mask. Yeah. And some of these houses we'd hit 3 times. But one of my favorites, and this was, I might have been 15. We might have been in high school by then. We had a couple friends of ours a little bit younger, little Colin and Aaron, a couple like 2 years younger. So we're like, we'll go with y'all. We were like, now we're the older teens taking the younger ones out trick or treating. Well, we're walking, we're on the second South Circle. Whereas this one house that it was a good, ways off the road. And it was like, whoever owned it rented it out. It was like a bunch of college kids living there, I think. Well, and now looking back on it, I really understand what's happening. But I was, about 15. So it was me and little Colin and like Joe and Jason, I think, was with us. Maybe a couple other guys. About 4 or 5 of us. Let's go up there. Come on, come on. I probably had a hockey mask on. We walk up there, we knock on the door, we knock, and we hear a party going. Finally, so, "Oh yeah, man, forgot it was Halloween. Hold on." And the guy comes in, and goes, "Hold out your bags and close your eyes." Like we could see it. There's a big party going on. Like there's a cloud of smoke coming off the doors. We got the door open, We're like, "Ooh, that smells kind of funny. It don't smell like a cigarette." So we hold out our bags and like we feel something heavy drop in our bags. So we're walking. We get through. "All right, you guys have a good night." They shut the door. And we're like, "Oh, thank you." We're walking back. We get out to the room. What the hell did you get? I open mine up. One of us got a can of pork and beans. I can't remember who now. Like somebody got a can of like something else. It was like canned goods. Like they just grabbed shit out of the pantry. But little Cole, I remember, got a can of spam. I'm like, fucking pork and beans and spam. So we took the can of spam, we just opened it, and like threw the spam at the door, ran away. It was shit like that. And also our house was known for, my mother was a teacher's assistant. All the kids knew her. And what I do is I collect baseball cards and shit like that. So all the little extra baseball cards I didn't want, they went in the candy bags. And we'd have, where I grew up, we'd have, close to 100 kids come by on Halloween night. It wasn't unusual. And usually what it was is my dad would take me trick or treating. Mom would stay home. Then I got older, they'd stay home. And once they moved out and I was there, I handled it. Gave out comic books. It was great. Nowadays, it's trunk or treat or go to the fucking mall if the mall even exists. I'm like, man, kids don't know what Halloween's like anymore. I always have a blast. I don't, probably not going, I might hit a couple of neighbors' houses, but I don't know. But what y'all's Halloween remember? That's what I'm curious about. The younger folks, I'm pushing 50. So I can remember the old days when you could let, your 10-year-old go out with his buddies and the older brothers who were like 14 or 50, and walk for hours on end and come back with sacks full of candy. And yeah, we weren't supposed to eat any of it until we got home, but always, like my buddy Joey, always his older brother Craig was always with. Craig was like, Joey's like a year older than me. Craig was like 5 years older than Joey. So he'd be like, oh, each other, okay, there ain't nothing wrong with the wrapper, you can have it. Give me a piece for inspecting. But I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye bye.